What if I told you the most powerful fat-burning window of your entire day is happening while you're unconscious? No gym, no sweating, no meal prepping marathon, no punishment workouts, and yet almost everyone sabotages this window before their head even hits the pillow. The real key to burning fat isn't doing more cardio or cutting your calories lower and lower. It's what you do in the final hours before sleep. And once you understand this, you can test it tonight. Most people think fat loss is decided by willpower during the day. Wake up early, train hard, eat clean, stay disciplined. That's the formula we've all been sold. So let me introduce you to Jake. Jake is the guy who does everything right. He wakes up at 6 a.m., drinks black coffee, pushes through fasted cardio, eats grilled chicken and rice, packs his protein shakes, skips dessert at lunch, and tracks his macros like a scientist. He's consistent, focused, motivated, but every single morning he steps on the scale and nothing changes. Maybe it fluctuates up or down a pound, but overall, stuck. The most frustrating part isn't the workouts, it's the mental exhaustion. Jake goes to bed every night thinking, I worked so hard today, why is my body fighting me? And here's what he didn't realize. His fat loss wasn't being decided at 6 a.m. on the treadmill. It was being decided around 11:47 p.m. when he was scrolling on his phone with a small snack in his hand. Every night your body makes a decision, burn fat or store it. That decision is heavily influenced by two major hormones, insulin and growth hormone. Most people have heard of insulin, usually in the context of blood sugar. Fewer people understand growth hormone, and almost no one connects it to sleep and fat loss. But here's the secret. During deep sleep, your body releases powerful pulses of growth hormone. This hormone plays a major role in recovery, muscle repair, and, most importantly for this conversation, fat utilization. In simple terms, it helps your body tap into stored fat and use it for energy. There's just one problem. Growth hormone cannot effectively do its job if insulin levels are elevated. Insulin is released whenever you eat, especially when you consume carbohydrates or sugary foods. Its job is to shuttle nutrients into cells. That's not a bad thing, it's necessary. But when insulin is high, your body is in storage mode, not burning mode. If insulin remains elevated going into sleep because of late-night eating, your body doesn't switch fully into fat-burning mode. Instead, it prioritizes storing energy. Now, think about the average evening. Dinner at 7:30 p.m., a handful of nuts at 9, maybe a protein bar because it's healthy, a glass of wine to unwind, a spoonful of peanut butter, a bowl of cereal because you're still within your calories. Each of those may seem small, but together they keep insulin elevated. And when insulin stays elevated into the night, that powerful fat-burning window gets partially shut down. Jake was eating clean all day, but every night around 10:30 p.m. he rewarded himself. Sometimes it was something healthy, sometimes not, but the pattern was consistent. And unknowingly, he was blocking the very hormonal environment his body needed to burn fat overnight. Here's the reframe most people need to hear. Stop trying to burn more calories and start protecting your nighttime fat-burning window. When insulin drops low enough before sleep, your body transitions more efficiently into a fat-burning state. Growth hormone rises during deep sleep, and without high insulin interfering, your body can more easily tap into stored fat for energy. This process can last 6 to 8 hours while you're doing absolutely nothing. That's effortless fat utilization. No extra steps, no extra workouts, just better timing. So what's the actual trick? It's surprisingly simple. Create what I call a 3-hour insulin quiet zone before bed. That means finishing your final calorie-containing meal at least 3 hours before you plan to sleep. If you go to bed at 10:30 p.m., your last meal should ideally be done by 7:30 p.m. After that, no calories. Water is fine, herbal tea is fine, but no snacks, no just a bite, no liquid calories. The composition of that last meal matters too. Aim for a solid protein source, moderate healthy fats, and avoid large amounts of fast-digesting carbs late at night. This doesn't mean zero carbs forever. It means being intentional about timing. When you stop eating, insulin naturally begins to decline. As insulin declines, your body shifts towards a more fat-friendly metabolic state. Then you fall asleep. Deep sleep begins, growth hormone pulses, and now the environment is right for fat to be used. You're not adding more effort, you're removing interference. Think of it like this. Your body is a factory that runs a special overnight shift dedicated to repair and fat utilization. But every time you eat late, it's like flipping the lights back on and interrupting the process. The workers can't focus. The shift gets disrupted. When you create that insulin quiet zone, you're simply turning the lights off and letting the factory do what it was already designed to do. And here's the powerful part. Many people notice changes quickly, not because it's magic, but because they were unknowingly blocking this process for years. When they finally allow their body to operate as designed, things start to move. The scale shifts, the waistline tightens, morning bloating decreases, energy improves. If you want to enhance this effect even further, there are a few simple additions that can help optimize your nighttime fat-burning environment. A short 10 to 15-minute walk after your final meal can help regulate blood sugar and bring insulin down more efficiently. Improving sleep quality is huge. Magnesium before bed can support relaxation and deeper sleep. Lowering your bedroom temperature slightly can encourage better sleep cycles. Reducing screen exposure an hour before bed can help improve melatonin production, helping you fall into deeper restorative sleep where growth hormone release is strongest. Notice something important here. None of this requires suffering. None of this requires doubling your workout time. None of this requires starving yourself. It's about creating the right hormonal environment. Back to Jake. He didn't increase cardio. He didn't slash calories. He didn't jump onto another extreme plan. He simply committed to finishing his last meal earlier and cutting out the late-night snacks. The first few nights felt strange. He realized how automatic his late-night eating habit had become. It wasn't hunger. It was routine, boredom, stress, reward. But within 2 weeks, something shifted. The scale moved. His waist measurement dropped. More importantly, he felt in control again. For the first time, he wasn't fighting his body. He was working with it. Now, this doesn't mean total calories don't matter. They do. Nutrition quality matters. Movement matters. But if you're already doing many of those things and still feel stuck, this is a missing lever most people overlook. Fat loss isn't just about how much you eat. It's about when you eat and the hormonal environment you create. Tonight, you can test this for yourself. Decide what time you're going to bed, count back 3 hours, finish your last meal by then. Make it balanced and satisfying. After that, no calories. Hydrate, wind down, protect your sleep. Then wake up and observe how you feel. Not just the scale. Notice your energy, your digestion, your morning hunger levels. Sometimes the biggest fat loss mistake isn't what you're doing in the daylight. It's what's happening in the dark. And once you understand that your body has a built-in fat-burning shift that activates at night, the goal isn't to force more effort into your day. It's to stop disrupting what your body already knows how to do. So, before you plan your next intense workout or cut another 300 calories, ask yourself a simpler question. Are you protecting your nighttime fat-burning window? Because the most powerful transformation might not come from pushing harder. It might come from finally letting your body work while you sleep.